The modern middle class is being systematically harvested. While you're scrolling through this video, a team of behavioral economists at a car dealership is figuring out how to turn your desire for reliability into a 7-year, $1,000 a month wealth extraction contract. They don't want you rich, they want you compliant. Between that truck payment and the $1,500 in food you'll throw directly into the garbage this year, the system is designed to leave you with exactly zero at the end of the month. Today, I'm showing you the 10 unsexy habits I use to opt out of that cycle. We're going to perform a live audit on your lifestyle, uncover the financial termites eating your net worth, and show you exactly how boring math turns a $60,000 salary into a $1 million escape hatch. If you ignore these numbers, you aren't just broke, you're a volunteer for your own financial imprisonment.
Let's look at the crime scene. Most of you aren't broke because you're lazy. You're broke because you've been convinced that success has a look. You earn a decent salary, yet by the 25th of the month, your bank account is a ghost town. It didn't vanish, it was extracted. It went to a subscription economy that treats your paycheck like a buffet. The system loves a tired, busy, and shiny middle class because tired people don't do math, and shiny people are too busy maintaining an image to ever build an equity stake in their own lives. My name is Ben. I'm a forensic auditor of the middle class, and today we stop the bleeding. This isn't a money tips video. This is a tactical war plan to build a life that is boring to look at but impossible to break. The first unsexy habit is driving an older car farther than feels comfortable. This is the single largest leak in the American household budget. In Q4 2025, over 20% of new car buyers committed to payments exceeding $1,000 a month. The average is $772. The automotive industry has spent billions to make you believe that a car is a reflection of your character. They call it reliability, but I call it a wealth extraction machine. If you take that $772 and invest it in a simple S&P 500 index fund at an 8% return over 15 years, you're looking at $170,000. Over a 30-year career, that single decision is the difference between retiring with an extra $1.4 million or working until you're 70 because you wanted to smell new leather in 2026. The habit is simple. Buy a 5-year-old Toyota or Honda for cash or a very small loan and drive it until the doors fall off. You aren't losing the car game, you're winning the equity game. The neighbor in the brand new F-150 isn't rich, he's a walking subsidy for a bank's quarterly earnings report. Before you sign a car loan, multiply the monthly payment by 150. That is the actual cost of the vehicle to your future self. Habit number 2. Eat the exact same 5 meals on a weekly rotation. Most people treat dinner as a daily entertainment event. They wait until 6 p.m. when their brain is exhausted, open the fridge, see random ingredients, and close it. That decision fatigue is a $45 a night tax called DoorDash. When you are tired, your brain chooses the path of least resistance, and that path is always the most expensive one. The unsexy solution is predictability. You pick 5 core meals, healthy, cheap, and simple, and you rinse and repeat. This accomplishes 3 things. First, your grocery bill becomes a fixed cost. You know exactly what it costs every Sunday. Second, it eliminates impulse buys. If it's not for the rotation, it's not in the cart. Third, it kills food waste. The average American family throws away $1,500 in food every year. By rotating the same ingredients, you actually use what you buy. You aren't bored, you're free. You've reclaimed the mental real estate that used to be occupied by what's for dinner.
This leads to habit 3. Eat everything you own before buying more. We live in an era of optimistic purchasing. We buy kale and salmon with the intention of being a healthy person, but our current self wants pizza. The result is a refrigerator full of financial termites, expensive groceries slowly rotting behind the milk. 1 week every month, perform a zero inventory audit. No grocery shopping allowed. You have to get creative with the canned beans and the frozen spinach. This forced friction makes you realize exactly how much you overpurchase. It forces consciousness into a category that most people handle on autopilot. If you can't see the back wall of your pantry, you are not allowed to go to the store. This habit alone can reduce your annual food spending by 25%.
Habit 4. Move your beverage consumption entirely to the home. The average specialty coffee in 2026 is $8. Someone buying one daily spends $2,000 a year on a beverage that costs 25 cents to produce. This isn't just about the coffee, it's about the $27.40 rule. If you spend $27.40 every day on small, unnoticeable purchases, a latte, a snack, an energy drink, you are spending $10,000 a year. Most people would kill for a $10,000 raise, but they are already giving that raise to a barista. The habit is to romanticize the home experience. Buy a quality grinder and a good brewer. It's unsexy because it requires 4 minutes of effort, but that effort pays a tax-free return of thousands of dollars a year. Save the coffee shop for social events where the experience has value, not for the survival coffee you drink in a cubicle. Habit 5. Bring your own food everywhere. Lunch out is a convenience tax of $20. Over a year, that's $5,000. This habit extends to travel. Airport food is institutionalized theft. I've seen people complain about inflation while paying $14 for a mediocre airport sandwich. The boring rich move is to visit a grocery store the moment you land at a destination. Spend $40 on fruit, bread, and water, and you've just saved $300 in travel tax. This habit requires you to be the person with the bag. It's unsexy. It doesn't look good on Instagram. But the people who do this are the same people who can afford to travel twice as often because their trips cost 40% less. Always search for a grocery store within 2 miles of your hotel before you even book the room.
Habit 6. Shift your shopping from online to in-person. Online shopping is designed to be frictionless. One-click buying and buy now, pay later services have removed the delay between an impulse and a transaction. BNPL is financial quicksand. It's designed to make a $100 purchase feel like $25, encouraging you to buy 4 times as much. The unsexy habit is deleting the apps. When you have to put on shoes, drive to a store, and stand in a line, your want has to survive the friction. 80% of impulse purchases do not survive the trip to the store. Friction is your friend. It is a natural filter against the algorithmic extraction that companies use to drain your account. Delete all shopping apps for 30 days and see how much your essential needs actually drop.
Habit 7. Pick a uniform and stop the clothing cycle. The average American spends $1,800 a year on clothes they barely wear. Fast fashion has convinced us that we need a new outfit for every event. This is an expensive game that nobody is winning. Wealthy people value cost per wear. A $200 pair of boots that lasts 5 years is infinitely cheaper than 5 pairs of $50 shoes that fall apart in 6 months. The habit is to be an outfit repeater. Pick quality basics and stop looking at fashion as a hobby. When you have a capsule wardrobe, you eliminate decision fatigue and the social spending pressure to look new. Before buying clothes, ask yourself if you will wear it 100 times. If the answer is no, it's a liability, not a garment. Habit 8. Treat your savings like a bill that must be paid first. Most people pay everyone else first. The landlord, the car company, the streaming service. They save whatever is left. But nothing is ever left. Spending naturally expands to fill the space you give it. The unsexy habit is automation. Set up an automatic transfer the day after your paycheck hits. It goes to your IRA or your high-yield savings before you even see it. You have to pay the freedom bill before the system gets its claws into your money. If you don't see it, you don't miss it. Your brain has a finite amount of financial RAM. Stop using willpower to save. Automate it and free up that brain space to increase your income.
Habit 9. Live 2 years behind your income. This is the antidote to lifestyle creep. When you get a $10,000 raise, the world expects you to get a $10,000 better life. If you do that, your gap, the space between what you earn and what you spend, stays at 0. The unsexy habit is to pretend the raise didn't happen for 24 months. You stay in the same apartment and drive the same car. You bank 100% of that extra income. This creates escape velocity. It is how someone on a $75,000 salary eventually has a higher net worth than a lawyer making $250,000 who upgrades everything every time they get a bonus. Every time your income rises, write down the date exactly 24 months from now. That is the earliest you are allowed to increase your fixed costs.
The final habit: replace one consumptive hobby with one productive hobby. Most hobbies are consumptive. We pay for streaming, we pay for golf, we pay for dinners. We are trading our money for passive entertainment. A productive hobby is something you enjoy that has the potential to generate income. Whether it's woodworking, consulting, or documenting your financial journey, you are switching from a consumer mindset to a producer mindset. Not only does this bring money in, but it prevents money from going out because you're too busy building to be shopping. 65% of self-made millionaires have at least 3 income streams. They found them by turning their boring downtime into building time. Let's do the final audit. None of these habits, driving a used Camry, eating the same meals, or packing your lunch for the airport, are going to get you a like on social media. They are genuinely unsexy. But look at the result. If you save $500 a month on your car, $200 on food waste, $150 on coffee, $300 on impulse shopping, and $400 by lagging your lifestyle, that is $1,550 a month in recovered wealth. On a standard salary, that is the difference between struggling and having a fortress. $1,550 a month invested at 8% over 25 years becomes $1.47 million. That is the price of being exciting with your money. The average American will work until they are 70 because they refuse to be boring in their 30s. They sacrifice their freedom for a facade. You have a choice. You can follow the exciting path that leads to a lifetime of stress, or you can pick the boring path. The habits that feel like deprivation in year 1 will feel like absolute freedom in year 10. Pick the boring path. Your future self will thank you for being the most unsexy person in the room. Hit subscribe if you're ready to stop performing success and start building it. I'm Ben, and I'll see you in the audit next week.